Gauteng Premier David Makhura is expected to meet with artists today. Earlier this year, artists staged a sit-in at the National Arts Council demanding relief amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The artists claim they didn't receive funds from the presidential economic stimulus package. eNCA's Nkosazana Dambuza is on that story and joins us now. Nkosazana, a lively crowd forming there behind you. I could hear them singing and chanting. Just tell me what they are demanding and whether or not they believe that the initiatives by Premier David Makhura could get them somewhere by way of a resolution.
Yes, so Tulas, these artists in the creative industry last week handed over a memorandum of demands to the office of the Premier David Makhura after staging various sit-ins and protests throughout the year. And today, some of these creatives are meeting with officials rather from the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture in the province. But let me just step out a shot to show you some of the action here today. They're protesting outside while a closed meeting inside the office of the Premier is taking place to address the issues around the provision of COVID-19 relief funds to artists. Many of them had applied for COVID-19 relief funding but were declined and told that they don't meet the criteria. But to us, the artists are crying foul, saying that the only reason they were not approved for funding is because of corruption is in government in terms of the management and handling of funds that are earmarked for struggling artists. But I'm just going to get a word now from Thabiso Mhlambi, who is from the South African Arts and Culture Youth Forum in Gauteng. Thank you so much for your time. Can you just outline some of the demands that you are outlining inside the office of the Premier as we speak today?
Okay, our demands are very simple, madam. One is that the department must start to release the funding. It's long overdue, and artists have been waiting for them to release the funding of the major events and the granting aid. But besides that, we were also promised a program called BOPA, which is supposed to be a relief fund for artists while they wait for this granting aid and also major events. And that is not happening. And we see some people are even getting food parcel, but this department is not really doing anything for us. It's September now, it's Heritage Month, it's our month. We never got any gig from them. Even us who are giving them a stress, advocating for the creative and cultural industry, they want to oppress us even more because they feel like we are distracting. But we are fighting for the good cause. And it's not like we are asking for this money. It's our money at the end of the day. It's the tax money that is paid by so many families. So they must be able to release this funding. And if they are not releasing it, we actually escalated the matter to the Premier as we have done today. I mean last week, and today they're supposed to be giving us a feedback. And if that feedback is not to the satisfactory, we are actually escalating the matter to the President himself. We're not scared of anything. Already we are hungry, and if we are scared, we are even scared of feeding ourselves. So that is the reason we are here again today. We want to get that feedback.
You know, Thabiso, last week I spoke to the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture in the province, and they have completely refuted the allegations of corruption. In fact, they say that they've funded you in particular with some of your projects to the tunes of millions of rands. You know, what's the response to that?
Okay, well, I'm laughing because as you look at me, do I look like I have millions? You know, I've never even got even close to 500,000 from the department. And if they talk about millions, those are lies. And if I don't even want to know who told you about that, but there's a guy from the MEC's office who's called Nkosazana. I'm not even afraid to mention his name. The last meeting, which is about 3 meetings before these meetings, he promised prominent artists. He promised Messi Pakela, he promised Umam Obuselapu, Dr. Buselapi, and also the other artist called Pume from Eguruleni, a gig. The following day, the gig didn't happen. You know, it was a way of saying, let's leave this meeting and let's promise them a job. And that job was never given to us. And if they are saying me particular, they want me to excuse myself from the artists who are advocating for the industry, so that the industry can suffer. We are fighting, and our fight is a true fight, and anyone can attest to that. Even if you can go and talk to a biggest artist now, you will know that this department is actually I don't know what is wrong with the administration. This started from the previous MEC, Faith Masbuko. Faith Masbuko was able to listen to us at the end of the day, because we said move some of the office which are not in the same building, like GFC was not in the same building. You are saying you're getting small money, but you have an office that is having a building somewhere. Bring that agency, which is GFC, to the same department, to the same building, and that happened. And that was a true mother who managed to listen to us. Now we have a young MEC who we believed at the beginning that now we have a young MEC who's going to listen to us. At the beginning, it was like she's listening because we were giving her a chance. But now we are struggling, we are starving, and she's not even attending to us. And by now, Bokfanele Ngabe given us a meeting and then be able to listen to us as artists. And it's not about the entire Gauteng that should come here. Artists who are concerned, who want to speak on behalf of other artists are here, and we are here.
Thank you so much for your time. You know, Tulas, I will tell you that Gauteng Premier David Makhura will not be attending these meetings. But I'll tell you that previously, when I spoke to Nkosazana Dambuza, who is the spokesperson to the MEC of Sports, Arts and Culture in the province, Balishope, he completely refuted the allegations that have been posed against the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, saying that the department has done everything they could to provide these artists, particularly this group of artists, with millions of rands for their projects. So these issues are currently being clarified right now inside the locked meeting, and of course once both parties have concluded with the meeting, they will come out and brief the media.
Yeah, thank you for that. Nkosazana Dambuza there, reporting from outside the Premier's office, where a meeting is taking place between artists and the representatives from the Gauteng provincial government around this issue of COVID-19 relief funding.